One of the reasons that we use Seesaw and Google Classroom to facilitate remote learning is that both of these platforms keep a record of student work and engagement with the activities, both here in the class and in the administrative back end. This is something that you don't get from a teacher created website. However, if you're a specials teacher juggling multiple classes, possibly across both platforms, it may make sense for you to keep most of your resources in an external place, such as in Google Drive or in your own website, and then simply link to them from the Seesaw and Google Classroom pages. So I'll provide a sample workflow just so you get a sense of how that might work. In this case, I'm going to be sharing an activity that lives in Google Drive as a Google slide. First, I'll show you the student perspective on this. So here's the activity. I'm going to click Add Response, and I'll add as my sample student. So first I'll look at the instructions. It says click the link to visit our Bitmoji classroom and complete one of the choice activities. Then return to Seesaw and complete the journal activity. So I'll click the link. And now anywhere I click on this post, I'll get to the active Bitmoji classroom here in a new tab. And I can make my choice and follow the URL to the appropriate website. Okay, so now I'm done with my game, my math game, and I'll return to Seesaw, close the link, and then close the instructions and add my response. So it said to use the pencil to circle the activity and then use the mic to talk about what I did. So I played a great game on Gregg math, and I learned a lot about fractions. I'll submit my work. And it shows up here. Now, as a teacher, you can play it back. So I played a great game on Gregg math, and I learned a lot about fractions. Okay, so these are the steps to create an activity like that. I'll click Add, as with any other activity. And we'll start this one from scratch. Okay, once you've got the instructions, you can simply add multimedia instructions, and what you're doing is adding a link to the URL you want them to go to. This could be your website, it could be a resource in Google Drive. Either way, once you enter it, it should, and hit the check mark, it should show you a preview to let you know that it's worked, and then you can simply be done. Now, in my example, I also added a template for responses, and it's the same process. I'm just going to paste the link here. Anything I add as a template is going to be in the background, and then students will be able to write over it. So this would be a good place, for instance, to have check boxes that they can complete, or in this case, I'm having them circle the activity that they completed. And that's it. Hopefully that gives you a sense of a workflow for adding activities where you don't need to, where you can do the development outside Seesaw and then just bring it in to post.